The Seventh Ottoman-Venetian War, also known as the Second Morean War, the Small War, or the War of Sinj in Croatia, was fought between the Republic of Venice and the Ottoman Empire from 1714 to 1718. It was their final conflict, ending in an Ottoman victory and Venice's loss of the Peloponnese, also known as Morea. Venice avoided a larger defeat thanks to Austrian intervention in 1716 and some naval success. The Ottoman Empire was defeated in the Second Siege of Vienna in 1683, which led to the formation of the Holy League of Links. This alliance of European states fought against the Ottomans in the Great Turkish War from 1683 to 1699. The Ottomans suffered several defeats, including the Battle of Mohacs and Zenta, and were forced to cede Hungary to the Habsburg monarchy and Podolia to Poland-Lithuania. Around the same time, the Republic of Venice launched its own attack on the Ottoman Empire, seeking revenge for the loss of its overseas territories, including Crete. Venetian troops were able to seize the island of Lefkada and the Peloponnese Peninsula, but attempts to conquer other areas failed. The Treaty of Karlowitz recognized Venice's control over some of these territories. The Ottoman Empire wanted to regain the territories they lost, especially the Morea, which was an important source of income for the Ottoman queen mothers. Tensions between the Ottomans and Venice started in 1702, when Venice seized an Ottoman ship, and Ottoman troops were moved to the provinces near the Venetian-controlled Morea. Despite having only a few thousand troops, Venice managed to maintain peace for 12 years. During this time, the Ottomans reformed their navy and took advantage of the fact that other European powers were busy with their own wars. The Ottomans defeated Russia in the Russo-Turkish War of 1710-1713, which encouraged them to attack Venice. After the Russo-Turkish Treaty of Adrianople in 1713, the Ottomans found a reason to declare war on Venice, citing the seizure of an Ottoman ship carrying treasuries and Venice's support for a rebel leader. On December 9, 1714, the Ottoman Empire declared war on Venice, seeking to regain its lost territories. In the early months of 1715, the Ottoman Empire assembled a large army of about 70,000 men in Macedonia, led by Grand Vizier Silahdar Damat Ali Pasha. The army marched south from Thessalonica and arrived at Thebes, where they held a review of the troops. The Ottomans had a huge advantage in numbers, with 14,994 cavalry and 59,200 infantry, while the Venetians in the Morea region could only gather 8,000 men and 42 small ships. The Ottoman army was divided into two groups, with the main body of the army moved towards the Isthmus of Corinth and the two fortresses of Acrocorinth and Nauplia. The Ottomans also had a strong fleet of 80 warships, which helped them capture the last Venetian possessions in the Aegean, including the islands of Tinos and Aegina. The Venetians were not well prepared to defend themselves, and their rule was also unpopular among the local Greek population. The Ottomans, on the other hand, were able to win the support of the Greeks by respecting their safety and property. This helped the Ottomans to advance quickly, and they were able to capture the citadel of Acrocorinth after a brief siege. However, some Ottoman soldiers disobeyed orders and massacred many of the Venetian defenders and civilians. The Ottomans then advanced towards Nauplia, which was the main base of Venetian power in the Morea. After a 9-day siege, the Ottomans were able to capture the city by exploding a mine under the fort's bastions. The Venetian defenders panicked and retreated, leading to a general collapse of the defense. The Ottomans then captured the forts of Navarino and Coroni, and the remaining Venetian strongholds soon fell. The entire Peloponnese region was recaptured by the Ottomans within 100 days. The Ottoman campaign was highly successful, with the Ottomans enjoying a significant numerical advantage and the support of their fleet. The Venetians, on the other hand, were weakened by their lack of standing army and their reliance on mercenaries. The Ottoman Grand Vizier returned to the capital in triumph, and the campaign was officially ended with the ceremonial placement of the standard of the Prophet in its casket. The Ottomans suffered significant losses during the campaign, with over 8,000 soldiers killed and 6,000 wounded in the siege of Nauplia alone. However, they were able to tolerate these losses and ultimately emerged victorious. Then, in July 1716, the Ottomans moved against the Venetian-held Ionian Islands. They occupied Lefkada and the fort of Butrinto, then landed on Corfu with 33,000 men. The Ottomans captured outlying forts and began the siege of the city of Corfu, but the defenders, led by Count Johann Matthias von der Schulenburg, withstood several assaults. A great storm on August 9 caused significant casualties among the Ottomans, and they withdrew on August 20, ending the siege. The defenders attributed their success to the intervention of Saint Spiridon, Corfu's patron saint. In 1715, the Ottomans attacked Venetian possessions in Dalmatia with 40,000 men, but were defeated in the siege of Sinj. This led Austria to intervene with financial support from the Pope and guarantees from France. Austria renewed its alliance with Venice, and the Ottomans declared war on Austria. The Austrian threat forced the Ottomans to redirect their forces, and the Venetians were able to capture some fortresses, including Preveza and Arta. The Austrians won key battles, including the Battle of Petrovaradin and the Siege of Belgrade, and the Ottomans were forced to sign the Treaty of Passarowitz. The Ottomans lost territory to Austria, but kept their conquests in the Peloponnese and Crete, except for Preveza and a few forts in Herzegovina. After this war, Venice lost independence, becoming a de facto Habsburg vassal until its abolition in 1797.